the end of the Florida State game enter your mind there at the end and affect your thinking? And
not at all. I wasn't even thinking about that. It was, Reece made a heck of a drive to put us up 4, and then, we kind of had the situation where I thought we were just going to dribble it out, draw a foul, and I don't know if he thought we had an easy one, but that's college sports is a little different than pros or anything. There's a lot of unpredictable things that happen, but I thought we made enough plays down the stretch and came up with some key stops. I mean, and that, with us not shooting the ball particularly well, our defense just held us in there early when, we weren't even close. And then there was a few tough plays made, and it was a very physical game. Credit to Louisville. It's hard to beat a team 3 times, as you know. And Louisville was they're physical the way they are, but they came ready to play, and we knew that. And they had momentum. They had the rhythm from playing the night before, and they had the emotional. When you beat someone, human nature says, all right, now it's our turn to get after you, and we had to match that.
Want to go to Mike next?
Yeah, Tony, not shooting it well was probably a bit of an understatement, but Jaden was able to really bail you out in some key spots with getting the shoulder down and going to the rim. How important was his contribution?
I thought, Jaden and Kihei made some tough, whether it was off the ball screen and tough mid-range shots, and then Jaden some physical plays. And, again, we've struggled to shoot this year at times. There's no mystery there. And when we played them last time, we knocked down some shots, and boy, does that open up the floor and do things. But you got to play true to who you are and just find ways, and that's where our defense hangs us in there, and you find some tough baskets, and I thought Jaden had some. And there was just enough plays and made enough free throws down the stretch, so we needed every point, obviously. And, again, I didn't even get a chance, nor can I see it, the stat sheet, our shooting percentage. I don't know if I want to. But the second half was better, and it was just, we call it a knuckle-buster game. That was a knuckle-buster, and that's all you could do. And sometimes that's how it gets in tournaments. And, again, so we get to play tomorrow, and that's a good thing.
We're going to go to Preston next.
Yeah, Coach, you quoted it a bunch, survive in advance. How much of that was today, just how ugly this game got?
Yeah, well, to me it was beautiful. And I say that because, we were struggling offensively, but to me it's beautiful when a team finds a way. They guard hard. They just take care of it. They do tough things. And we've been down this road, and again, it's about getting a victory. So I don't apologize for how we play. I want our guys, when they have shots, to take them. Sometimes they go in, sometimes they don't. But you have to, when you know you're struggling in certain areas, do you have the wherewithal and the identity to say, we're going to rely on stops and squeeze out a few points here and there and then try to go win a game? And that's what happened. I'd take that win over a 85-82 loss.
Sorry about that, Coach. We're going to go front right here.
Coach, in the last 30 seconds, Reece Beekman was man-to-man on a fellow that was red hot, and he forced a turnover at 28.1 seconds. Do you remember that play?
Yeah.
The guy jumped in the air, and he had made up his mind to shoot. Was that indicative of everything that you coach every day in practice?
Well, I thought Kihei and Reece, as they're walking in here, they made some really – the game comes down to making plays, and there were some good individual defensive plays. Kihei was heating up the ball, Reece was all over him, and we just said make him shoot tough shots because Noah Locke can get going. So, yeah, I'm sure he wishes he had that play back, but Reece was right there, and we always talk about hand the ball and contest the shot and bother it. So, yeah, I mean, we work on that, and we knew we had to get it done with our defense and then make just enough baskets and plays to get this one.
We're going to go to Gene in the front here.
Hey, Tony, how would you assess the defense? The last time he had 24 and 14 against you guys. Today only 6 points.
Yeah, I thought the defense, again, we had a few breakdowns here and there, but overall our guys, they knew that was the ticket tonight. And it's the ticket all the time. And then, again, we just keep trying to add, some quality offense with that. But they did the job. We tried to trap a little better at times and just make him earn his looks, and that's what these guys did on the perimeter guys for the most part. And whether it was Caden or Poppy or, when we trapped, it made it a little more difficult for him. He's a strong man, too.
Sorry about that again, Coach. Let's go to Preston.
Yeah, Tony, just North Carolina tomorrow. Last time y'all played them, things got away a little bit. Just kind of what are you looking for this go-round?
Yeah, they certainly did. They separated from us. I mean, the way you saw Carolina play against Duke, and I think they're playing good basketball. They're very talented, and they're, it seems like they're peaking at the right time. It's a great opportunity for us, a great challenge to be as good as we can be in our way and try and get it done.
We're going to go to the back right to CO.
All right, Tony, January 8th seems like a very long time ago. In what ways do you feel like this team has gotten better since that game in Chapel Hill?
Yeah, that's what I like about this team. I said from where we were to start the season, they've improved. Florida State, we had our chances. That was a hard loss, and we did some things that were uncharacteristic in that game from a defensive standpoint. But overall, the team has improved. Individuals have improved, and the team has improved. And that means a lot to me because you want to be healthy and you want to be an improved playing good basketball at this time of the year, and I think these guys are doing that. So this is an opportunity you want. It's an important game for us. They all are, and I hope we'll show that we're a better team, but it'll take a good one for sure.
We're going to go to Gene down front.
Hey, Reece, kind of a two-part question. What's kind of the mentality of the team when the game is tied at 45 in the final minutes? And then can you take us through that layup you had with about 40 seconds to go that put you up by 2 possessions?
Yeah, I would say we knew we had to get stops. That was kind of our mindset for the whole game. So just coming down the stretch, it was kind of going back and forth. And at the end of the day, we knew we had to get a couple stops to win the game. And at the end, that's what we did. And that Coach Bennett, he actually drew up that play in the huddle. So it was just, kind of clear out, make a play. So that's what I did.
We're going to go to Mike.
Yeah, Kihei, when you're in a battle like that, in a situation where if you lose, you go home, how do you think the team responded to the pressure of that moment, and how much do you think this regular season has kind of prepared you guys for a game like this?
I thought we did a good job. We've had a couple close games throughout the year, and I thought we showed good poise for the most part, and we tipped our hat on the defensive end and got stops down the stretch. So I thought it was good to pull out this one tonight.
We're going to go to the left of the room here.
Yeah, question for Kihei and Reece. Last year, you guys got the COVID pause. You guys got kind of removed from the tournament. Is that something you guys have thought about and try to, unfinished business in a way this year and trying to make up for that and get into the tournament?
Kihei, can you take that first, and then Reece?
No, we kind of don't think. At least I don't think about it too much. Just focus on where we are right now and try to get ready for UNC.
Yeah, I basically said the same thing. We know what we got ahead of us, and we just got to come in ready to play.
We're going to go to the back of the room to David.
Hey, for the players, how anxious were you guys to get on the court? Obviously, at 9:30 to push back because of the overtime game. And how do you handle all those emotions? Because you got another 9:30 game tomorrow night.
When it went to overtime, we just kind of, had to refocus, regroup. We took a minute, went back to the locker room for a second. But we just got to stay in the moment. You just be ready to play when we come out.
We're going to go to Preston.
Yeah, Reece, Coach disagreed. He didn't think it was an ugly game. He thought it was beautiful. Just kind of what did you think of it?
I would just say it was a hard-fought game. We knew playing on for the third time wasn't going to be easy. So just, just be ready to play for the whole game. It came down to a couple possessions, couple stops, and that's what we got.
I'll rephrase that. It's beautiful when a team finds a way when they're struggling, and I appreciate that. I've been doing this for a long time when teams can't find it. So you all have your definition of what it looks like, but to me that's beautiful. Beauty's in the eye of the beholder, right?
It's a perfect one to end on. Thanks so much,
Thank
guys.
you.
Congrats on the win.
Have a good night.